Hello, I'm Johnstron. Welcome back to Danganronpa V3. I don't exactly remember what happened last stream, and sorry for being 1 minute late. There was something wrong with my second screen. But, yeah, you know what it is. I fixed it, so it's fine. Where we left off, I'm pretty sure Mayo got murdered. And, we investigated. It's been a long time since I played this game. So let's start the trial. There's gonna be some latency. I won't be able to see much of the chat.
Let's do it.
Alright, let's go.
Okay.
Yeah. The 8 of us got into the elevator. The door shut behind us. Are you doing crossword? This is being very confusing right now. And like all those times before we descended. It was dead quiet. The only sound I could hear was the beating of my heart in my ears. My body was trembling. The more I tried to control it, the worse it got. There's no way to get used to it, really. The fear of death. We were all fighting it. Try to be courageous. We all felt as though we were going to our own execution. Not an execution. Okay, so I don't experience latency. I could put my cursor like this, but it's gonna get annoying. Yeah. Because my second screen right now is experiencing latency. That's the issue I was trying to fix earlier. A test of our will to survive. Yeah, pupil is more of a student than a beginner. So, yeah. Finally, the elevator stopped and the doors opened. And though I couldn't explain it, my body stopped trembling. Go ahead and stand behind any open podium. Move your asses. You don't want to see what I'll do to you if you keep far waiting.
Huh? Wait, is he back to normal?
Why?
My voice may be a little off today because I'm kind of tired. Huh? You not Fred anymore? You jerks must feel pretty slick using Monotaro's forgetfulness to befriend him. He just decided on his own that we were friends.
You bastards!
But I won't let you guys trick Monotaro anymore, cause he's already forgotten. He may have forgotten that he was on Daddy's side. Now he's forgotten that he had forgotten that he was on Daddy's side. Wait, let me try fix my second screen. Sorry. Let's see if that works. Thanks to me, because I smacked the stuffing out of him. I couldn't trust a crossword that used pupils as a... Huh. Maybe it's in our language. Also, yeah, I managed to fix my second screen. It should be fine now. Like, today has been just a bunch of technical issues. First, my computer didn't see Danganronpa at first. Then my second screen had issues on itself. That's why I was 1 minute late. But yeah, it should be fine now. Yeah, how confusing. Well, whatever.
Really?
I can't remember, but one of you guys is the culprit, right? I can't be in the same room as a killer. It's dangerous. I'm gonna go lock myself in my room, maybe even set up a barricade. That's another death flag.
Anyway.
Does my voice sound off? I feel like my voice sounds off. Let's get it started. The heart-racing excitement as the blackened and the spotless face off. We went to our podiums as always. We knew what we had to do. There was no protest left in us. It's already the 4th time. Why are you calling me Miss Draw? I mean, yeah, I did say I'm unknown gender, and it's up to you how to call me, but you could just call me Jaws. You know that, right? It feels weird being formal. The 4th class trial was about to begin. Like, if you start calling me Miss or Mr. Draw, it feels weird to me, so no formality, please. Miyu Iruma, the ultimate inventor. She may have given us a lot of trouble, but we all miss her. It's a tragedy after all. She helped me and Kaede with those cameras, gave Kiwo extra functions. In the end, she had done a lot for us. Well, now they just explained it. Is there a formal word for anyone who's non-binary? She was born to just war. I'm pretty sure she was into every fetish. The culprit that killed her. Is one of us. I'm surprised I didn't say among us this time. I need to discover who that is. In order to survive, I have to find the culprit. And I will fight for it. I'll fight with truth and lies in this class trial. Okay, let's view the truth bullets, because it's been a long time since I played. I'm just gonna skim read them. yeah, the killing game simulator. Sorry, I'm just reading. How many clues? Okay, time to skim read. Huh. That's weird. Then just don't call me any formal names. It's just weird. Okay. I think that's all. If I missed something, just feel free to tell me. I'm lacking. Extra glasses once. The tension gauge will increase at a faster. I should have checked more of these. Wish us luck. Well, I'm not gonna be weirded out. I feel like the chat will be weirded out more than me.
Now then, let's begin with a basic explanation. Screw it. This is tiresome.
You need more motivation.
Show me your motivation.
I do. I really do. Now then, let's start this class trial.
Before we start, I just want to ask something since there's not a lot of us left. What happens if the votes result in 2 first places?
Huh? You mean like the tie? It means they're both the blackened. As long as one of them is correct. It's fine.
Daddy, are you sure you should make a decision like that so casually?
Yeah, it's fine. Whatever.
Thanks. Since that's answered, I can start enjoying this life or death game now.
What game? How long are you gonna keep saying that?
Just ignore Kokichi. The rest of us need to work together to find the truth. Got it! We can't die here! Oh my! Himiko has become so determined!
The reason why the trials take long is because they go on tangents. Like, the mini games itself and the gameplay aren't that long, unless you're... I suck at the rhythm game because I still get confused with the controller setup. But the thing that takes long in the trials, the thing that makes the trials so long is the tangents they go on, and how there's a lot of backtracking.
We should focus on the class trial. First, we need to clarify...
Kaito's the culprit!
What? Say that to my face!
While we were all still logged in, Kaito logged out alone, right? You were able to move freely,
killed you?
How long are you gonna keep saying that? Trusted people can still kill, you know. We already saw that a bunch of times.
I forgot how much Kokichi annoys
So many
me.
times. Since Kaede.
The fact that Kaito was the only one logged out as suspicious. But he's not the culprit. He can't be. Okay, let's hear. I want him to be the murderer, but I don't think it is.
Kaito logged out first by himself. You were still logged in though. That's when you poisoned him, right, Kaito?
No, he can't poison.
Culprit? Impossible!
Cause it showed the okay, that's the shit. Wait, what? It's back. Whoops! I pressed the wrong button. Can I reload a save? Because I was experimenting with the
Kaito,
because I was thing. Where's the pause button?
first by himself. You was still logged in though. That's when you poisoned him, right, Kaito?
Kaito, culprit? Impossible!
Of course it's impossible, because I didn't do it. We found that.
Me. That diversion was part of your plan, right, Kaito?
Why can't I go to the main menu? I want to restart because I pressed the wrong button.
What do you mean last words?
Okay, let's slow down.
Kaito logged out first by himself.
Okay, I know what to press.
You was still logged in though. That's when you poisoned him.
That's wrong.
I don't think I'm gonna get a perfect
He wasn't killed by poison, and the warning on the label proves it.
perfect grade because I accidentally pressed it. Can I change now? Yeah, I can. I'm gonna reload a save. Because I made a dumb mistake.
Now then, let's begin with the basic.
I'm gonna skip all this.
Screw it.
You need more.
I do.
Before we start, what happens if...
Huh? It means there.
Daddy, are you sure you should make...
Yeah, it's fine.
I mean, technically a gate is its own thing. It's similar to a door, yeah, but
Thanks.
What game? How
Just ignore... Got it? Oh my!
okay, I know what to press.
But now she's lost.
We should focus on the.
Kaito's the culprit.
what? Say that to my face.
While we were all still locked, you were in...
Don't screw around. Kaito right.
How long are you gonna keep saying that? Trusted people can still kill, you know. We already saw that a bunch of times.
Okay, I know what to press.
Kaito logged out first by himself. You was still logged in though. That's when you
That's wrong.
you have little
Mio
idea
wasn't
how
killed
much
by
that
poison,
narrows things
and the
down.
warning on the label proves it. Drinking the poison would result in subconjunctival hemorrhaging. In other words, your eyes would be bloodshot.
Oh, but Miu's body. That's right. Her eyes weren't bloodshot. She wasn't killed by that poison.
Then what was that poison for?
Probably a diversion. The culprit wanted us to think Miu died by poison.
Then, what was her real cause of death?
It's the game, it's obvious. Miu's real cause of death, the only thing I can think of.
This is it.
It's not a scythe, it's an axe. I know what you're
Mio's cause
talking
of
about.
death was the killing game simulator itself.
Rory Mercury. She's like 2,000 years old, she's a goddess.
If your avatar takes fatal damage, your real body dies of shock.
Like, she became a goddess at a young age. As a result, her body's permanently like that, so she didn't have a chance to... She didn't have a chance to grow up because she became a goddess at a young age.
That was made clear in the program's text file.
Yeah, they call it a battle axe, yeah.
Miu received fatal damage in the virtual world and died from that shock.
It's clear she was strangled by something.
In that case, it's fair to say that the cause of death was actually the simulator.
Gunta has question.
But first, I'm gonna double check the clues to see if they ask us what was used to strangle her. Let's review again. Toilet paper. I mean, nothing breaks in the world, right? And the only thing that resembles a string is toilet paper, or someone could have just strangled her by hand. If they don't ask about what strangled her, then I'll assume it's hand. If not, it's probably toilet paper. It's about a gate to another world. A fantasy world gets connected to modern day Japan.
Where is this virtual world place? What floor is it on?
If you don't understand, then don't say anything.
If Miu was killed in the virtual world, then the next thing we need to figure out
That's all you need to know. That's why it's called Gate.
is what caused her to incur fatal damage within the virtual world.
So the closest thing is the toilet paper, or it could be by hand. But if they tell us to choose a truth bullet, then I'll choose toilet paper. But if it's like a hangman's gambit and say she was strangled by hand, then I'll choose that. Well, it's a hangman's gambit. They'll choose us to do things.
So her cause of death in the virtual world is the one that matters.
It seems like Gunta is confused. So why don't we review things a bit? So we split into two groups to find the secret of the outside world.
The ones who searched the mansion were me, Shuichi, Smugi, Gonta, and that NPC Kaito.
Hey, who you calling NPC, you ASS?
And the others who searched the chapel were Keyboy, Maki, Himiko, and the late Miu.
How could someone have given her fatal damage in that situation? That's what we gotta think about. Now, let's all work together.
Aww, little Himiko is all grown up. Too bad your chest hasn't grown up, though.
That was uncalled for. Someday, my chest will grow like crazy.
Let's begin then.
I mean, you could see from the body, she was holding her neck. Let's pin that down. I like how a lot of these things are obvious, yet you still have to solve it. Okay, let's listen to what they had to say.
Miu was fatally injured. So let's focus our efforts on that first.
Whoever did that to Miu was dropped right next to her avatar. It has to be the hammer!
We're going to beat her with his bare hands.
Are we certain that blunt force was involved? I think strangulation is more likely.
Oh, she has a point
It's
there.
possible she was pushed from a great height.
I think I know who to
She
shoot.
drowned?
I know who to shoot. I know who to shoot. And I think the bullet I need to use is Mia's body because you could see she was strangled. I think about Mia's. Okay.
In the virtual world, Miu was fatally injured. So let's focus our efforts on that first.
Whoever did that to Miu was dropped right next to her avatar. It has to be the hammer!
We're going to beat her with his bare hands.
Are we certain blunt force was involved? I think strangulation.
No! That came out of nowhere.
It's possible she was pushed from a great
No,
height.
no, no, no! Son of a... Ugh.
Damn it! In the virtual world, Miu was fatally injured. So let's focus our
I'll
efforts
take
on
that L.
first.
Whoever
Because I haven't saved.
was dropped right next to her avatar.
I'm probably not in the right mental state right now.
We're going to beat her with his bare hands.
Are we certain that blunt force was involved? I think strangulation is more likely.
It's possible
I missed
she
it
was
again.
pushed from a great height.
So I need to slow down time just...
In the virtual world, Miu was fatally injured.
So I need to slow down time and then
Focus our efforts on
shoot.
that first.
Whoever did that to Miu was dropped right next to her avatar. It has to be the hammer!
We're going to beat her with his bare hands.
Are we certain that blunt force was involved? I think strangulation is more likely.
No!
It's possible she was pushed from a great height.
Could she have drowned?
Okay.
In the virtual world, Miu was fatally injured.
I'm gonna run out of time because of
Let's
this.
focus our efforts on that first.
Whoever did that to Miu was dropped right next to her avatar. It has to be the hammer!
We're going to beat her with his bare hands.
Are we certain that blunt force was involved? I think strangulation.
There.
I agree.
Miu's body showed severe trauma and signs
Guess
of
I'm
stroke.
tired, so I'm probably easy to piss off right now. So maybe it was a bad idea to play this game, but we'll see what happens.
Very hard to look at.
Right. And the virtual world is connected to our five senses. If her body experienced pain, she must have been in pain in the virtual world as well. Knowing that
Wait.
I believe Maki is correct. Miu was strangled to death.
Yeah, definitely. Strangling and poison are the only methods that can make her look like she suffocated. But we already removed the possibility of poison, so it can only be strangulation. Also, when a victim is poisoned, they commonly grab their chest or mouth. But Miu was holding her throat.
Basically,
It's obvious she was
Japanese
trying to protect
military.
her.
assassin master gets really chatty when it comes to corpses.
In that case, her exact cause of death is being strangled in the virtual world.
But is strangulation even possible in the virtual world? If the avatars were equally strong, it would be difficult to strangle a resisting victim.
Yeah, if she was just as strong as them, no way they could have strangled her.
Okay, they're cutting out the possibility of someone strangling by hand.
Then the culprit would need a tool. There are tons of cases where a weaker person would strangle a stronger person with a rope.
And the closest thing to a rope is the toilet paper.
You know a lot about killing, nerd.
But was there even a rope in that world? I don't remember seeing one.
And they must have used something else as a rope.
Something for a rope, huh? I have an idea of what it might be. Okay. I found it during the investigation. Okay, I hope I'm right.
This is it! During the investigation, we found toilet paper outside the mansion.
I mean, everyone has different opinions. Some people enjoy certain animes while others don't. Is this toilet paper? Why would toilet paper be doing here?
I'm guessing that the toilet paper was used to strangle her.
Gonta, no can ignore that!
What do you mean, Shuichi? Huh? What's wrong?
What's wrong? Shuichi goofing off! Not gentlemanly at all!
Okay, let's see if I remember how to play this.
There's no time for nonsense! No can use toilet paper in place of rope! Would tear too easy! Even Gonta know that, and Gonta not smart!
No, it won't tear too easy.
I'm positive toilet paper was
Cause
used
the
as-
game world. The game world, nothing breaks.
You died such an awful death. Why you not take this seriously?
Okay.
Call yourself ultimate detective? Use your head! Figure out real murder weapon!
Wait, let me switch.
Died such an awful death. Why you not take this Call yourself ultimate detective?
Crap.
Use your head! Figure out real murder weapon!
No, I'm positive toilet paper was used instead of rope.
There's no time for nonsense!
Crap.
No one use toilet paper in place of rope! Would tear too easy! I'll cut through your words!
Yeah, it won't tear easy because of the...
The toilet paper wouldn't tear. Because in the virtual world, objects are unbreakable.
Oh yeah, that's fine. He's dumb, even though Mio explained it.
You're so dumb, Gonta. You didn't even know that?
If objects can't break in this world, then toilet paper
Watch
should
a
be
lot
able
of
to
anime, then go back watching the one that... Then you'll know which is good. I mean, there's other factors, like, people do enjoy certain things, like surprisingly, some people enjoy the Emoji Movie, some people enjoys the Cats movie, even though they could watch it multiple times. Opinions vary.
And since it couldn't tear, it could be used as a rope. Gonta not really understand, but... Sorry, Shuichi. Gonta was wrong.
It's okay, Gonta. Don't worry about it.
Killed by toilet paper. It was A fitting end for her.
I mean, I think Sword Art Online's bad because Kirito is a Gary Stu, but there are people out there who actually enjoy Sword Art Online. And I don't mind it. Everyone has the right to their own opinion. Well, I would have recommended Tokyo Ghoul, but I prefer the manga over the anime. Let's see, I haven't watched anime in a long time, in all honesty.
But if Mew was killed near the chapel, why was the murder weapon by the mansion?
Maybe the culprit tried to get rid of it to destroy the evidence.
Like, I know I'm probably speaking with the majority, but I also like Guilty Crown. That's why my first English cover in this channel of an anime song was the first opening of Guilty Crown. But I mostly just like the first half of Guilty Crown. The second half was... But there could be people out there who enjoys the second half. That's because Season 2 is anime original. Tokyo Ghoul Re, the anime adaptation, tried to continue on what the anime original, so it didn't go into detail what the manga did. The manga for Tokyo Ghoul Re was amazing. And the manga's version of Season 2 was a lot better too. That's my only complaint of Sword Art Online. Like, the story's alright, it's interesting to have an artificial isekai because it's a video game. But I just hate the fact that Kirito's a Gary Stu. I think he's a Gary Stu. A lot of people don't think he's a Gary Stu, but to me he's a Gary Stu. But, I will say this. In later chapters of the light novel, the writer of SAO actually gets better and Kirito starts feeling more human than Gary Stu. Like, his writing style actually improves. So I give him that. The culprit meant to get rid of the evidence. They did a poor job of it. There was a much better place where they could have destroyed it.
If toilet paper was the murder weapon, then what's the deal with the hammer next to her?
What do you mean? What does that mean? A Gary Stu? It's like the male version of a Mary Sue. Like, oh, I am so good. I attract everyone because I am so good. And anyone who doesn't like me is a bad person. It's a... I mean, there's two versions. People could either call it Gary Stu or Marty Stu or Marty Sue. Depends on the person. But it's just a male version of a Mary Sue.
Perhaps the culprit prepared a backup weapon, just in case.
No, the culprit didn't bring the hammer.
No? But who else but the culprit would bring a hammer?
I mean, the hammer was near Mio's body if I remember correctly. Wait, we already know who brought that hammer. It's Mio.
That's it.
For some reason, every time I play Danganronpa, I think the A button is confirm, but it's actually Y to confirm.
Mew bring hammer?
Remember what she told us?
I wrote the program to delete all dangerous objects that could be used as weapons.
Yeah, she did say she deleted any dangerous objects.
If that were true, she wouldn't have missed something like a hammer. Meaning that Mew must have left it on purpose.
I knew she was sus. She probably wanted to kill someone, but she got killed instead.
On purpose?
Like, my main reason why for me Kirito's a Gary Stu is because, oh, I have the fastest reaction time, so I'm the only one who could dual wield. When in reality, dual wielding is more than just reaction time, it's also physical strength and finesse. And also, realistically, I've done fencing before. Realistically, dual wielding isn't that advantageous. Like, it's in a battle, it's better to wield a sword and a shield than having two weapons. Even if you're ambidextrous, you're still gonna have a blind side. And also, you'll be lacking more defense. And also, compared to a shield, yeah, shields can be heavier than swords, but swords are more unbalanced compared to a shield. I mean, if you really want to dual wield, they said the best option is an axe because it kind of balances things out. But even then, your secondary weapon, even if you're ambidextrous, your secondary weapon will still be... That's what a secondary weapon. It will provide defense and occasional attacks. But realistically, if you want to survive a battle, the second season, Gun Gale Online, realistically, you want to use a shield. And if you want to dual wield a gun and a sword, I mean, Kirito kind of had a good reason because he was using a lightsaber, so it was lighter. But he was shooting with his offhand, and also realistically, it's hard to dual wield with a gun. Like, yeah, it looks cool to hold a pistol with one hand, but in reality, people says it's better to hold a pistol with two hands. So, yeah. And also, but then again, there's a new Yuki Kono. That's when, I also really like that Marusi's Rosario arc. They managed to make someone stronger than Kirito, but she died. Anyways, but besides, you know, dual wielding being somewhat justified in Gun Gale Online because a lightsaber is lighter, what they did this time, they made a new Marisu ability, and that is how Kirito is the only one in Gun Gale who could cut through bullets. And it's a skill only he can do, and apparently in the light novels they mentioned that other people tried to cut bullets, but they failed. Like, a lot of people tried to cut bullets, but apparently only Kirito can do it because he's special. That's why in the third season, the Alicization arc, you actually see a more human side to Kirito because he actually experienced losses. Like, he literally loses his arm. So yeah, the writer got better, starting with Mars Rosario, because in Mars Rosario, that's where Yuki, the purple-haired girl, appeared, but the main character wasn't Kirito. In fact, Kirito loses to her. And Kirito even said, oh, if she played Sword Art Online, she would have dual wielding. But that's when Asuna's the main character for that arc, and that's when the writing started getting better. So... Also, realistically, in a world of guns, even though it looks cool, it's still better to bring a gun to a gunfight instead of a sword to a gunfight, no matter how good you are, unless you're a Jedi, but still. Anyway, let's continue.
But why she do that?
You brought the hammer for sure, but what did she need it for? We need to make that clear. Okay, I'm gonna try to finish this trial as fast as possible, so I'll try to minimize my tangents.
Let's assume that Mew brought the hammer. What was she planning to do with it?
Maybe use it to break down a wall?
No.
This is for a hammer. Don't you know? Mew gonna build stuff with hammer.
Probably just brought it for self-defense.
Or she secretly met up with someone
You!
and tried to kill them with it.
Wait, is that true? Yeah!
She was the victim!
I need to shoot Kokichi. I mean, the way the anime portrayed it, sometimes they did show, it did look like Kirito was cutting bullets, but in the slow-mo, the lightsaber actually melts the bullets. Okay.
Let's assume that Mew brought the hammer.
But that pisses me off how he was the only one who could deflect bullets.
Maybe use it to break down a wall?
Uses for a hammer. Don't I know? Mew gonna build stuff with hammer. She probably just brought it for self-defense.
Or she secretly
Crap.
and tried to kill them with it.
The reload time.
You idiot, she was the victim!
I'm pretty sure he managed to cut through something similar to a minigun, or he did do it into a minigun. Because I remember him cutting through a bunch of rapid-fire weapons, so I'm pretty sure he did do it to a minigun.
Let's assume that Mew brought the hammer.
And I'm gonna tell you guys another thing that pissed me off. But after this.
Use it to break down a wall?
Uses for a hammer. Don't I know? Mew gonna build stuff with hammer. She probably just brought it for self-defense.
Or she secretly put up with something.
Hello, JC.
Mew was gonna meet up with someone in the virtual world.
Okay, here's the other thing that pissed me off in Sword Art Online. When Kirito logged out, he, like, I think a few months later, he versed his younger sister to a kendo match. And somehow they were somewhat evenly matched. Like, yeah, she won. But here's the thing. She trained for most of her life for kendo. Kirito barely trained for kendo. He learned his sword skills from a video game. How can a gamer match up to someone who's trained most of their life in kendo? So, yeah. That's another thing that pissed me off. Like, oh, I played video games, so now I'm on par with someone who's an expert at kendo. I swear.
Mm-hmm. With me. I was supposed to meet up with Mew on the roof of the mansion.
What? Is that true?
I overheard them talking about it at the chapel.
By the way, Mew asked to meet up with me before we went into the virtual world. I totally forgot where we were supposed to meet, so good thing Keyboy spied on us.
Wait, so Mew called Kokichi out?
If Mew brought the hammer, I wonder what she was planning to do with
I
it.
think she was planning to kill you, and whoever killed her, made us miss a chance of getting rid of your annoying face. Kokichi's already figured it out. She was planning to. Professor laughed.
That's it!
She was trying to kill Kokichi.
And now my second screen refreshed. But, like I said, towards later seasons, like starting from season 3, the writer improved and Kirito started feeling more human, but I think the damage was already done. So yeah. Like when he managed to improve, the damage was done.
Yep, she plotted to meet up with me and then kill me with the hammer.
Because even if it's VR and you have a system guiding you, you're probably still not gonna match up with someone who's trained most of their life in kendo. And also, yeah, even though the nerve gear gave them virtual avatars where they could move in the real world, his body was thin because there was he wasn't exercising. Yeah, muscle memory exists, but still. How can that match up to someone who actually trained sword fighting. Like, I'm not gonna judge anyone who actually enjoys Sword Art Online. More power to them. In fact, I like Sword Art Online songs. Like, they're very catchy. So there's some aspects of Sword Art Online I enjoy. My brother also got a replica of Kirito's sword made. And and he gave it to me because he didn't want it anymore. He had no reason to keep it.
If you want to prove this, you'll need to figure out Miu's plan, okay?
Mia's plan, huh? I'm sure if I analyze the clues we've found, I can figure something out. Alright, let's do it. What was the speed up button? Wait, what's the controls? Oh, A. My second screen is lagging, but we'll deal with it. It refreshes itself. Oh crap. I mean, when I was younger, I did kinda enjoy Sword Art Online because it was unique, but as I grew older, I realized, and I got into writing myself, I realized Kirito was a Gary Stew, but like I said, the writer improved later on. Who tried to kill Kokichi? I need to slow down. So I hit the right answer. Oh, middle. Chemo. Yeah. Oh, oops. I missed that one. I should slow down a bit. Oops. Ah. Sword Art Online wasn't bad in terms of other characters, it was just Kirito that really annoyed me. But yeah, the songs, like the openings and endings for Sword Art Online, they were amazing. I might... Where was Mio trying to kill? I might even cover the official English version of Crossing Fields. Or make my own English cover. But I'll probably just cover the... official English. Because the singer Lisa, made an official English version of Crossing Field. Love Ru is... You know what? I'm not gonna explain it, just Google it. Now my chat is starting to experience latency, so I'm gonna interact with you guys probably somewhat late. I prefer this over the snowboarding game. Oops. Oops. I have 4 minutes to complete this question. I mean, you can also watch the Nekopara anime if you want recommendations. There's also the... It's a long name, but I just call it Fantasy B Shoujo. You can try watching that. It's very interesting. Or Tanya the Evil, if you're into military. Why was divert attention? Like they wanted to make us think that Kokichi was poisoned.
Was killed in the real world.
Slice of Life's really good. A lot of people prefer Slice of Life over like fantasy, but like I said, it depends on the person.
She placed the poison on my seat to make us think the murder happened in the real world.
She did that too?
What? You was the one who put that poison bottle there? No, that ain't right. Something's definitely weird about that.
We haven't even reached the halfway point.
When could you have put the poison there?
If she did place the poison without us noticing, then she must have logged out at some point.
And then what? She logged back in?
No, the report says.
Was you in the salon around that time?
The report.
Did you
Oh,
see
there.
her log in or log out at all?
Nope, I didn't see that at all.
If she hadn't logged in or out, then you couldn't have placed the poison. That's wrong!
It was Mew who planted the poison on Kokichi's chair.
I have no idea what I just pressed. I was just messing around as usual.
She had plenty of time to do it. Here, take a look at this.
The thing is, the funny thing about Tanya is that, yeah, it's Tanya the Evil. It's set in an alternate Earth where it's currently World War I with a little bit of World War II technology because they have like World War II tanks. But there's magic. And the reason why Tanya is a loli is because in Tanya's past life, she used to be a salaryman who was kind of cruel to people. And he refused to acknowledge God. And as a punishment, he was turned into a loli, but the thing was, the evil, instead of repenting, Tanya's like, you know what? I'm gonna say F you to God and still become evil. So despite her body, she was still pretty powerful and still denied God, saying, you're not God, you're being X.
Is this a record of who went in and out of the virtual world?
Let's see, yeah.
That's right. It says that Mew was the last of us to log in.
Sakura is cherry blossoms.
Yeah, what about it?
If she logged in last, she would have had time to move around in the real world after the previous person logged in.
Yeah, she was the last one to log out.
That right. She could have placed poison bottle on Kokichi's seat.
I've been pressing my Y button a lot. That's why I had to reset once because I pressed the Y button in the wrong answer, and then I did it again. But this time I couldn't restart because there was no save point.
This was all part of Mew's plan. She tried to kill me in the virtual world, make us think it happened in the real world, then pin the crime on Kaito.
Well, that's not my fault.
Which is why she manually logged you out, just for that purpose.
He has a point because Kaito's the one who hates Kokichi the most. So if she logged out Kaito and then she killed Kokichi in the virtual world, people would have pointed to Kaito. At least I watch a lot of it.
So she did that to me?
Yes, I'm positive of that. Mew used a method only she could use to log Kaito.
Oh yeah, the flip phone. If she has it, if she activates it, she could, and she says someone's name, they log out. How did Mia log Kaito out? Where is it?
This is it.
It was the cell phone found by Mew's.
I don't really watch mecha, but the ones I do are kind of interesting. I mean, I watched a little bit of Evangelion, I think the first season or something.
That cell phone
And I
worked
watched
the
Darling
same
in the
way as
Franxx
the
because
phone
I
in
was
the salon.
curious.
It logs users in and out.
And that was a weird experience. Like, I mean, the opening was catchy, Kiss of Death, but overall the story was weird.
I verified this myself when I spoke Kaito's name into it.
Kaito Momota. He logged out, just as I thought. Ugh.
I see. With that cell phone, she could force anyone to log out at any time.
But Mew never mentioned a cell phone, right?
That's what Shuichi referred to when he mentioned a method only she could use.
Yeah, 2 X's. That's where 02 came from.
She kept the cell phone a secret on purpose.
I mean,
so she
like,
could use
the
it for
anime
murder.
did have moments of romance, and apparently that's where a lot of people says the anime shone through is because of romance. But being aromantic, I didn't feel any connections with the romance. Like, yeah, I will admit it is somewhat cute, but I didn't feel like, oh no, that's so cute, I wish I had it, you know. I'm like, yeah, that's cool. They're doing a good job with this romance. Maybe I'll take note of that so I can learn love and slash, or I could use it for my D&D characters if they ever fall in love. So yeah.
So, she really was planning the murder.
And she tried to set me up.
Well, I knew that from the start.
Then why did you say I was the culprit?
Because I wanted to get it through your thick skull. People you trust and defend will ultimately betray
Don't
you.
spam
This is a game of suspicion.
unless it's a lag. Yeah, it's probably a lag.
Well, I think your ideals should stay the same. Because phonies like you are what make the game more interesting. Don't you agree, Monokuma?
Do I? I don't know about that. Huh? Wait, what were we talking about?
I wonder when Daddy's gonna get his motivation back.
Yeah, if Father keeps slacking off, all the work is gonna get forced onto Mommy.
Mommy?
My head! I feel like I'm about to remember something, but
What do you mean NTR?
Right now, you're on the threshold of an amazing adventure. Showtime.
I mean, it's revealed. Spoiler alert! It's revealed that they actually met in childhood, and 02 fell in love with Hiro when she was a kid, but her memory got wiped. So when she became a teenager, she was looking for her darling, but she couldn't remember who he was and what he looked like. But the only thing she managed to hold on to is he licked her wounds and called her darling. Hiro's memories also got wiped. And yeah. It's like I said, it's confusing. And she said darling a lot. Darling. And she likes sweets because you know, it's spoilers. I just want to talk about Darling the Franks too much. Watch it for yourself if you're curious.
Anywho, it's a blessing in disguise that Mew died and not me.
Just look it up for yourself. I'm not gonna go into details with tags.
What you mean?
As Twitter and Reddit likes to call them, tags.
Cause she wouldn't have said anything about what really happened
You
in the virtual
horn
world.
dog.
You guys would have had a way harder time finding the culprit, you know. She would have been able to lie about the virtual world settings as much as she wanted. And you'd never know that the murder actually took place in the virtual world.
So that's why she decided to attempt a murder, because she had.
Oops, out of
Reason
control.
was so insistent we go in.
So that's why she decided to attempt a murder, because she had total control.
To the virtual world was.
You guys are only bitching because you haven't been to the virtual world yet. But once you go, you'll understand. Wait, did I miss something? Seriously, it's so fucking awesome. I know you guys will love it. And then you're gonna fall in love with me for showing it to you guys. So, let's just dive right in, okay? We'll do it together.
She was insistent we go there so she could kill us. What a shady person. I was sad that she was gone, but now I don't know what to think.
Nice! Backstabbed by a trusted friend.
I mean, a lot of people thought she was weird, but I don't think anyone actually. I'm not sure if people actually trusted her.
That's an ideal fun situation. Now we can start a real class trial.
Kokichi sort of sound like Monokuma.
Hmm? Really? I don't sound anything like him.
No, I'm not gonna
You're
sing
just
it.
like Monokuma. Both of you are cowards. You never speak the truth or show your true face.
Wait, coward? You say some interesting things sometimes, Kaito.
Smiling, putting on a mask, never saying what you really think. That kind of cowardice is just like Monokuma.
If I feel like, going back to the anime talk, if I feel like I improved in my Japanese and my singing voice, I'll do covers of Unravel and My Dearest. I already did an English cover of My Dearest, but I feel like it could be better. But it'll take some time. It's an art stream tomorrow, yeah.
Daddy, you're calling me a coward. Aren't you gonna do something?
Yeah, I just gotta do my signature laugh, right? There, I did it.
He's completely lost his drive. Like a one-hit wonder who clings to their former fame.
game of suspicion crap. I will never be okay with it. I'm just gonna believe in everyone. Instead of suspecting my friends, I'm gonna find the truth by believing in them.
Well, if you think you can win this game like that, then sure, be my guest.
What's the halfway point?
Of course I can. I don't need your permission.
How long are you guys going to argue? Let's hurry this up and continue.
I want to reach the halfway point before the halfway
If we
point
don't
of the
find
stream
culprit,
itself.
Then we'll all die. You know that?
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
If we are going to begin searching for the culprit, let's start with Kokichi's story.
Is there sun
Huh?
violence?
My story?
You were meeting with Miu, but she ended up as the victim.
I probably won't do a karaoke stream for a while, or a music stream for a while.
So it's only natural for us to think you're the killer, right?
Here's my answer. I never met up with Miu.
You didn't?
I tried to go to the roof to meet up with her, but the door was locked.
Isn't lockpicking your specialty? You should have been able to open it easy.
I mean, it is the virtual world.
I couldn't pick locks with my avatar body. I didn't have the tools for it either. Also, I never went to the roof, not even for the meeting.
I remember. You and Gonta went off together when we first started looking.
But was the door to the roof actually locked? When I was on the roof before logging out, the door wasn't locked.
How should I know?
Then who locks the door to the roof?
I already told you. How should I know?
I mean, now the people who were there are now in the suspicious list. I think it was me, Suichi, Tsumugi, and Kokichi, and was it Gonta? Was Gonta with us? Yeah, Gonta was with us, I
I went
think.
to the roof, it wasn't locked. So you gotta be lying.
No, I don't think it was Gonta, I think it was Kaito.
What good would it be if I lied? I don't want to die either, you know.
Is there any good anime coming this year? Me too. The vending machine anime isekai, yeah, it's weird, but from what I heard, it's actually a pretty good story. Chainsaw Man is also pretty good, but like people says, you should just probably read the manga. But the adaptation's also pretty good, so don't skip out on it. Unlike Tokyo Ghoul, I'm gonna hold that as a grudge.
Lying would do you a lot of good if you're the culprit.
Oh, I see. I didn't realize that.
What kind of response is that? That's suspicious as hell!
Wait, there's no point in arguing about that now. The truth will come out eventually. Before we get to that, we need to discover the truth behind Miu's death. Truth? There were mysterious circumstances surrounding her death. We need to make sense of those first.
Wow, Shuichi, you know your way around this game. Yes, keep up the hard work. The fate of our lives rests in your hands.
So, what is this strange circumstance?
Kokichi claims it was Miu who chose the meeting place. But I'm wondering how she got from the chapel to the mansion's roof.
I see. Miu sent the bridge connecting the mansion and chapel into the river herself.
I want to review the clues. I want to review the clues again. Like I said, I haven't been here for 2 weeks. Like, I know I briefly read them. I want to double check stuff. Object. Meeting. The other stuff aren't that interesting, if I remember correctly. Okay. Oops, my hand slipped. I want to read through them thoroughly, but I can't because I don't want this stream to be too long.
So she stood me up? It's very rude to break a promise.
It's true. First, we need to determine if Mayo was actually there or not. Wait, I just read there. Didn't Tsumugi say that she saw Mayo outside? Yeah, I forgot. I ignored that on purpose. Yeah, Tsumugi said that Mayo was... She saw Mayo outside.
I'm sure she was waiting on the rooftop of the mansion.
No, Mio should have been at the chapel.
No. She's not in a chapel. That was obvious. Because I remember clearly that... And also I just read it.
We have a witness.
Yeah, when I was searching the dining room, I saw Mio
Why does...
by the window.
Then why didn't you say so sooner?
Sorry, I thought I was just mistaken at first.
Yeah, she did think she was mistaken, but we took it as a clue so she wasn't mistaken.
Since there was no
Very
way she
convenient.
could come to the mansion. But I guess I wasn't mistaken after all. That was definitely Mio.
Then, how did she get to the mansion from the chapel?
There must have been some special method only Mew knew, like with that cell phone.
Wait. There's no report of hacking here. And also I'm pretty sure we already used that. Just looking outside the rooftop. A ring of light. Saw Mio. A loud sound. Map of the world. When going through the map loading point, momentarily cut off. In order to go between. Sorry if I'm reading the clues a lot more. Had a special setting. If Mio touch him, he won't. Huh. I feel when everyone logged in for the first time, an avatar user error occurred. Wait, what's Mio's avatar? Is it human? It's an object. Agree to meet. Like, meet Mio. There is no witnesses who can confirm whether or not was actually in the salon. Coordinates in the map represented on an X and Y. Mia added a wall along the length of the Y. Even though I said I wasn't gonna read because it's gonna take too much time, I might as well because I'm forgetting a lot of detail. Ow. The wall had... So objects could pass through. And Mio's an object. Like her avatar is an object. Anything non-human could pass through the wall. Like, I think the world loops around and only a non-human can go through the wall. So maybe that's how Mio did it. Unless Mio used this. The lattice. too, but okay, we'll see.
There's no doubt about that. That's why she dropped the bridge. If a murder occurred when it was impossible to cross the
But
river,
if it is the lattice, won't the lattice still be by the river?
she used a secret method to move from the chapel to the mansion for the murder.
She dropped the bridge to make a huge scene, just to let everyone know.
I'm just double checking if I remember everything right, because I speed read them and briefly read them, and like I said, I'm kind of tired. I might be bundling up details, so maybe by reading it out loud and a fourth time, I think that was the fourth time, I can fully remember it.
So,
It's not like the other trials where I just remember it because it's literally 1 week. I haven't played this game in 2 weeks, so it's harder.
It won't be that
You
easy
understand.
to figure out. It's called a secret method for a reason.
No worries, guys. As long as we leave it to Shuichi, everything will be A-okay.
What?
What are you saying? You can't just rely on Shuichi all the time. This class trial's for all of us. We're here to solve this together.
I mean, the main character always ends up solving it, like Makoto in Danganronpa 1 and Hajime in Danganronpa 2, so... You're wrong about that, Kaito.
You would just slow down Shuichi.
Shut up!
I don't have time to deal with Kokichi right now. I need to focus on the case. Kokichi. I'm positive that Mio used some kind of special method to get to the mansion. Okay, I just have to figure out what it was. It's the wall. Because non-human objects can go through the wall, and Mio was an object. Like, her avatar was an object. So let's see if it... Yeah, it popped up. So I'm guessing that's it.
Like a hidden bridge besides that signboard maybe.
Or instead of bridge, you use some kind of vehicle to go over.
There's no...
She teleported with magic. Or she used a warp zone.
Maybe there's a place you could cross without a bridge.
Hidden route that only Mew could use to get across. I suppose it is.
I think I know what it is.
possible to change
I think I know what it is. It's the
Man,
hidden
You guys are way off.
hidden
Or
passage.
maybe I'm just pulling your legs.
Okay, I need to shoot Kibo. A secret route only she knows.
The way across it only Mew knew about.
Like a hidden bridge besides that signboard maybe.
Or instead of bridge, you use some kind of vehicle to go over.
Maybe she teleported with magic.
Okay,
Or she used a warp zone.
Maybe there's a place you could cross without a bridge.
Hidden route that
I agree.
That's it, Kibo. There was a hidden route only Mew could use.
Was there really?
Mew modified the program to add a special wall to the world. The wall stretches along the y-axis, but we found 2 such walls in the virtual world.
okay, it's almost halfway through the stream. We haven't even reached the
It's
halfway
unclear
point
whether Mew
of
added
the
wall by the mansion,
of the trial.
we do know
Oops.
that wall was... It's unclear whether Mew added the wall by the mansion or the wall near the chapel, except so that only objects could pass through.
Don't be naive, Shuichi.
What is it, Kaito?
Jeez, you set up a weird wall like that? That is suspicious, but it's got nothing to do with what we were talking about.
Are you dumb?
Do with it.
Darn it, Kaito.
You don't even realize your mistake? Losing your edge? Oh well, my sidekick's mistakes are my mistakes. I'll make it right.
You freaking dumbass. Let's sword fight. Wait, I think I know. I think I know what to. Oh crap! I know what to slice.
So let's go through this one more time.
Okay, I know what to slice.
But you just said so, didn't you? That wall Mew set up only lets non-human objects go through. Humans aren't able to pass through. So Mew obviously wouldn't be able to go through that wall. She's not just an object after all. Oh, cut through your words.
Her avatar was an object.
The only thing that you changed.
Cause I managed to figure out what he was gonna say because he's like, you said only non-human objects can go through. Even though it wasn't yellow, I had an idea of what he was gonna say next.
She also changed her avatar settings from human to object.
From human to object?
Which means the virtual world treated her avatar as an object. She could have passed through a wall that only non-humans could go through.
Is that right?
Don't get ahead of yourself, Kaito. We need to listen to everything Shuichi says.
For once I agree with you, Kokichi.
I already told you. The more you try,
not
the more
that
you
fun.
cause us trouble.
Who knows?
So totally lame that your own sidekick is dissing you!
Kokichi, enough! I wasn't arguing with him. I was just explaining.
I don't care. That doesn't bother me at all.
It does.
It just means even I make mistakes. Don't worry about it, Shuichi.
Okay.
It's pretty funny seeing Kaito try to act all tough like this.
Kokichi, please refrain from making such irrelevant and irrational remarks.
So, if Mew messed with the program and made a wall only she could go through,
Then her secret route was through that wall?
that's it, right? Like using a glitch in a game to walk outside the map. I bet Mew had a hidden passage like that in the back of the chapel.
But even if she could walk through walls, was there really a hidden passage? Because Mew said...
No, you're not trapped here. Beyond that wall is the end of the world, literally. Past that wall, nothing exists. Everything ends there.
She probably lied. There would be no point in going if there was nothing on the other side.
Mew lied. Huh.
I wonder what the truth is. There's no way to find out now.
That cum-soaked urinal cake was totally lying about there being nothing past the wall. She lived a life of pride, vulgarity, and secrets. Lying would be a piece of cake for her.
Kokichi, you no have to go that far.
Stop it! Don't badmouth Mommy!
Oh boy.
Listen to you, talking about Mommy, like she was a terrible lying whore. But Mommy wasn't lying. There was no hidden road in that virtual world.
Do I have to slice through his words as well?
Oh, there wasn't, huh?
Hey! You can't tell them such an important hint!
He's gonna get killed by Monokuma, isn't he?
Oh, if you say that hint is important, then I guess it must be true.
They're both gonna get killed.
Ah, jeez. You're lucky you're cute.
Was Kokichi saying all that stuff about being to get the Cubs to reveal something? I guess I should thank him, but I have no idea why he does things sometimes.
So now that we know there's no hidden
Something
route,
sometimes.
why did she manipulate the program?
To get over to the other side so she
If
can
there's
kill you.
actually nothing past the wall, then that setting was meaningless.
I think it's to make it seem like...
Mew wouldn't have done something meaningless. She would have had a plan.
Yes. Mew definitely wanted to be able to go through that wall for a reason. We aren't sure why yet, but once we solve the mystery of the virtual world...
Mystery of virtual world?
There have been a lot of strange occurrences in the virtual world. If we can determine why, we will also determine what Mew was up to. We'll know why she wanted to pass through the wall.
Alright, let's clear up those strange occurrences. Yeah, Gonta will
I haven't watched.
even though Gonta not know what you're talking
Me
about.
neither. I know the series, but I haven't watched it or played the games.
Speaking of strange occurrences, I'm just plain worried about that one thing.
That was the loud noise, right? Because Tsumugi and Tsumugi and Soichi heard a large clashing sound. Yeah. I don't think that was strange, it's just a loud sound, right?
Remember? That thing that made us notice all the strange occurrences?
Depends that led us there. Which one is it? I mean, I want to say this, but it's loud noises aren't strange. Might as well, we're running out of time.
This is it! You mean the loud sound that you and I heard in the kitchen?
How does a loud sound strange? That's why I had doubts if that was a strange occurrence. What was that sound? It sounded as if something was struck very hard. It came from outside, but...
You all heard that sound too?
Yes, in the mansion's kitchen.
But that sound occurred near the chapel. How did you hear it all the way at the mansion?
Now it's strange. If they said that earlier, then I would have thought it was strange and I would have not hesitated on that answer. Anyways, let's continue.
First off, sound can't go past the map loading point. Did that sound really come from the chapel?
That sound was something hitting the chapel wall. It was real loud.
And we definitely heard it. We heard Kibo's voice as well.
Wait, does that mean the world wraps? The world wraps around, so Mio could have walked through one side of the wall and wrapped around to the other side. That's why we heard Kibo's voice. Right now, let's go outside and check. Oh no. What? That was Kibo's voice, right? I think I heard him outside. He sounded close. Yeah, so the wall wraps around.
Voice too?
So that would mean the world wraps around.
What? That is pretty strange.
Exactly. That has to be some kind of clue to the mystery of the virtual world.
It's obvious. The world wraps.
Okay, well, let's check the answers later and try to find all the other clues first. There was another mysterious phenomenon in the virtual world, wasn't there?
Kokichi talked like he noticed something. Pretending not to know?
Even Gonta is suspicious of me? I always thought you would be the one to trust me!
Sorry, Gonta not mean it like that. There's no need to apologize to him. He's probably just lying again.
What was the other strange occurrence? Did you see it, Shuichi?
I'm gonna check the bullets again. Was it this? The events at the chapel? I mean, it is strange. It's not that one. This one was it. Was this weird too? So this, Signboard was long enough to use as a bridge. We already confirmed this one was strange, so we could cut that out. Just long enough to use as a bridge. There. This could have been a strange occurrence because the river could have gone down, but we still found it by the rocks again in the same spot, right? This was also strange, but I'm guessing that's the part that hit the wall. So this is a maybe, this is a yes. We already talked about that. We talked about this too. Okay. Let's see what the game gives us. Something that shouldn't be possible, like me in the mansion or that loud noise. I need to remember everything else that happened in there. Is that it? I mean, that's the only thing that showed up. Let's try it. Yeah. I mean, the clock was also strange. Never mind.
The sign that we were using as a bridge was odd to me. Odd how? We mentioned it before.
That was lucky.
You dropped the sign in the river.
I mean, if I clicked the clock first, I probably would have chosen the clock because the clock was weird too. But I only saw the signboard, so I thought I was gonna be wrong. Oops, my hand slipped.
We found it later, but there was something unnatural about it.
It was in the same spot? Finding the sign was definitely weird. I'm most confused by how the sign got there. I should remember exactly what happened with the sign. It flowed down the river, but it was still in the same spot. Right? Another one? Okay, I got everything there. At which point was the sign? Which point was the signboard swept away? Yeah, it was the river. So I'm on the right track. Okay. It's like it's trying to say hello. It's gonna take a while. I mean, I don't want to go to 4 hours. I'm willing to go to 3 hours and a half. So if I might need to continue the trial next stream then. Like, yeah, I know I was against doing half streams, but if I did a half stream during the trial, we would need to do a lot more stuff. But if I manage to cover 3.5 hours of a stream and it's not finished, that means there's only a little bit left. Where's the end of the river? Was it the chapel side? It wasn't the mansion side. I don't remember the transition point. Okay, my second screen reset. Okay, I got that right. Don't miss everything, Jaws. I miss most. Where was the site? What? It was in the same spot. It was going against the current, if I remember correctly. The mansion side. But we found it in the same spot. Oh yeah, the same spot was the mansion side too. But it was going against the current, right? Because if it followed the current, it would have ended up in the chapel side because the chapel side follows the current. But we still found it in the mansion side. Okay, things are becoming clear. Because we got the signboard from the mansion side. If it followed the current, it would have ended up in the end of the river, which is at the chapel side, but we still found it. So it was going against the current, which is weird, meaning Mio programmed it that way? Like, the signboard couldn't leave its spawn point. Yeah, it was going against the current. It wasn't going with the current, or else it would have ended up in the chapel side.
It appeared as though the sign was carried against the river's current. We all saw Mew drop the sign and watch the river carry it downstream.
So the world is wrapped around. As a result, the world loops. Because if you enter from one... Oh yeah, the beginning of the river... Wait, let me get my mouse. So the beginning of the river is here. So so it's going against... It's going to... It did follow the current. So it wasn't going towards the current. It wasn't going against the current then. So... Technically that was the wrong answer because it's still going with the current. It goes here, goes along here, and because the world loops, it's back here. Huh.
And the river was wide there. sign should have traveled downriver toward the chapel, correct?
The world loops or wraps around. I mean, they're both the same meaning, but yeah.
It should have hit the wall on the far side of the chapel and stopped there.
I'm a learner for driving, but right now I can't continue my learning because my eyesight's bad.
But that's not where we found it.
Yeah.
We found it near the mansion, nestled in some rocks.
The signboard should have been near the chapel, but we found it on the other side.
Hold up. Didn't you stay on the chapel side?
Yeah.
She probably grabbed the signboard from the chapel wall to cross the river. Then left it on the boulders near the mansion so she could get back.
Why would she leave the signboard where it could get swept away and leave her stranded?
Because the world wraps around or the world loops. They're just, like I said, same answer.
Also, this has nothing to do with walking through the wall, right? We're getting off topic. We're so close to the truth. We just have to connect the how and what. All the mysterious things that happened have to connect with each other somehow.
Connect how?
A wall only objects can pass through. Sounds that shouldn't be heard.
Driving instructor.
A signboard going against the river current. How are they
All connected.
I don't know, but Shuichi should know, right?
What?
We would be in a lot of trouble if you didn't. The only one who can solve this mystery and save us all is you.
So, how are they connected? Do you know, Shuichi?
Because the world loops, that would mean the rivers are connected to each other.
Well, what we know so far is that the unnatural way the sign was carried is possibly related to the wall.
Yeah, they were connected by the wall, you could see from the image. Yeah, they were connected by the wall, I'm confident. How did you drop your sandwich?
This is it!
Poor sandwich. Rest in peace.
It might have to do with a wall that only objects can pass through.
Not really. The instructor was pretty confident in my skills, but then the eye doctor was like, yeah, it's probably for the best you don't drive for a while. Or learn to drive. So I still need clearance to see if I can continue my driving
The
lessons.
sign should have stopped at the wall on the other side of the chapel. But if that wall happened to be the one that Mew set to allow objects through,
I see. It's a wall only non-humans can pass through.
Oh yeah, because the signboard is non-human. It's an object.
That means the signboard
No.
can pass through the wall, right?
I actually go slower.
Even if it could pass through the chapel wall, how did it end up by the mansion?
Because the rivers are connected by the wall.
That is if the wall was a warp zone. But it's not, right?
Because Mio was able to walk through the walls. That's right. That's the real issue here. How could the sign...
Leave it to me, Shuichi. I, your partner, will give you hints in times of trouble.
It's obvious, you don't need to think about it. What?
This is the virtual world. We should throw away all of our common sense, okay?
Huh? The hell does that even mean?
Kokichi might be onto something there. We need to forget about about what we know and just think about it. Upstream. I'm not gonna read this because it's just... It can't teleport. It's not another signboard, it's the same signboard, so it's this one.
That's it.
Because when we took that signboard, if it's another signboard, we should have found 2 in the beginning.
Connected.
So it's 3. Through the process of elimination.
River connected? Exactly. To put it another way, the river isn't cut off at the wall near the chapel. It's all part of one big loop. The upstream part of the river is connected to it.
Loop.
What are you talking about? Both ends of the river can't...
Again, throw out all common sense from your head. We're talking about the virtual
See ya.
world.
Then what about the wall? There was only one wall that could be passed through.
Only one wall. So it's one wall.
River's connected, and it goes through the chapel wall.
So it's the same wall then.
It wouldn't have been able to go through the mansion wall too.
Wait, in that case...
I got it. I know why Mew only set up one wall.
What are you talking about now?
The reason she only set up one wall is because the chapel and the mansion walls are the same wall, right?
That's it. The walls by the chapel and the mansion aren't separate. They're the same wall. The same wall? It's not just the river. The walls themselves are connected. Don't think of it as 2 separate walls, but a single wall parallel to the y-axis.
Actually, on second thought, because I'm tired, I'm not gonna go 3 hours and a half. I'm just gonna go 3 hours.
That single wall divides the entire virtual world.
Like, I'm not too tired that I could only do a half stream, but I only have enough energy to do a 3-hour stream. So I apologize. I'm not gonna go 4 hours.
The idea is, you pass through the wall by the chapel and come out by the mansion.
Everything is starting to connect. See, didn't I tell you? Everything is connected.
Damn it, Kokichi! Just tell us.
It's okay. More importantly, this is the final stretch!
We still don't have a culprit though.
Both the river and wall are connected.
We have the murder weapon.
Secret.
A toilet paper.
Shuichi, you already know the secret behind the virtual world, right?
It wraps around, or the world loops. It's the same thing, like I said earlier. The secret, huh? I suppose we should clear that up. We need to solve the mystery of the world. I swear, if this isn't our taxi game. My favorite game! So it's not the world wraps around. It's... the world loops then. I need a W. That was upside down. See, the world loops. It can't be world wraps around. Because it's only 2 letters. Accidentally pressed this. I thought those were M's, but they were actually W's. I need an S.
virtual world is a loop. Loop?
Just like in old games, right? Like, for example, when a character goes off the left side of the screen and reappears on the right.
Yes, exactly. The edges of the virtual world are linked together in a continuous loop.
The virtual world.
Goodbye, Chocolama.
What in the world?
If that's true, it would explain the way the signboard was swept away.
Actually, I'm low-key tempted to just finish the stream here because I'm so tired. But I have a little bit of energy for 3
It
hours,
vanished into
so
the wall downstream of the river.
I'm not gonna
Came
complain.
out of that same wall upstream. And floated with the current until it got caught on the rocks.
You know what? I'll end the stream once I reach the halfway point then. If it's 3 hours, then yippee. If it's less than 3 hours, I'll just end the stream.
What was the world like before Mew added the wall?
Actually, there wasn't a wall on the y-axis at all, and the x-axis was set to loop.
Huh.
Are you serious? Even if it is a computer program, isn't that too crazy?
A looping world. That's more extraordinary than even magic.
But at least it's not a boring answer. It also explains all the things that happened.
Huh? It doesn't explain everything, does it? Because we still don't know why we heard that one sound or Kibo's voice.
Yeah,
It
sound
kinda
doesn't go
does.
past the map loading point.
It's the looping point, right?
Actually, if we know that the world is a loop, we can explain that as well.
Huh? Really?
Yes, but first we need to be clear where the loop starts.
It's the wall, right?
Where the loop starts. Doesn't it loop at the walls next to the mansion and chapel?
Yeah.
Not necessarily. If we heard a noise at the chapel from inside the mansion, then the loop...
So it's not that wall. I think our only other option is that squiggly line, because it's clear in the map. Like broad daylight is right there. That's also the loading point. Still, it's... Did we just establish? I mean, it's the only part I could select. I can't I don't think it's the buildings. Fine.
There! The map loading point was where the virtual world looped. We thought the loading point was in the middle of the map.
To be honest, it doesn't even look like the middle.
But the loading point was actually at the edges.
So the wall Mew created wasn't at the edges of the world, rather, the wall was at the center of the world.
Oh, she changed the loop point. Huh.
I see. So the mansion and chapel were near each other, with a wall between them. And any sounds emitted near the chapel would also reach the mansion.
Wait, no, never mind. Yeah, they split the map in half and put the ends.
The wall only allows non-humans to pass through, so sound should be able to pass through easily.
This is confusing.
That's right. That's how the virtual world works.
I'll still try to do 3 hours, but if not, it's probably the halfway point.
Impressive, Shuichi! For you to get this far! Yes! Yes! You are useful indeed!
For you to get this far, What are you, some villain pulling the strings?
Nope. Mew pulled the strings here, not me. Remember? Mew also set this trap. It all began when Mew showed us the map. Because of the map, we mistakenly thought the loading point was at the center. Which in turn made the mansion and chapel seem farther away from each other.
But the structure of the world wasn't actually like that.
Oh yeah, Mia did change it. Or, no, lied to us about it.
There was a wall along the y-axis, and the x-axis came around in a loop.
But that wall could only be this new line can only be passed on by non-humans.
By putting that wall in the center of that world, she cut off the loop.
So ever since Mew showed us that map, we were caught in her trap. But we solved this mystery thanks to Shuichi. All hail our savior!
Yeah, if Shuichi wasn't here, then we never would have solved this mystery.
I'll still try 3 hours, but no promises.
That's right. Good work, Shuichi.
Thanks, Shuichi. You saved us. You're welcome.
Is he jealous?
Just because we found out the virtual world's secret doesn't mean we can take it easy yet. Actually, this culprit hunt just got to the exciting part. Even if we know all the tricks, it's pretty meaningless if we don't find the culprit. That's how a class trial works, after all!
Kichi talking like Monokuma again. No matter what you say, I'm not gonna believe your lies. I'm gonna believe in everyone. That's how I'm gonna reach the truth.
I can't wait to see what happens next!
What's Kokichi's plan here? Are we about to reach the halfway point? He's definitely prodding at Kaito on purpose. But there's no time for distractions like him. What we have to do is find the culprit who killed Mio. It doesn't matter how many little how many little mysteries we solve. If we can't find a culprit, it will be all for nothing. But I still don't know for sure who it could be. Who used Mio's own plan against her to kill her? Who killed Mio? Yep, halfway point. Actually, right now it's a little too early, so I'll try to reach at least 3 hours. 2 hours and a half to 3 hours. See, this is why I can't do a half stream, because I won't reach the halfway point of the class trial. Man, I'm bushed. I got no motivation at all, and Monophanie's period is late too. Father, oh, ew. Darn it, Monokuma, disgusting. And anyways, Father, why do you know about Monophanie's cycle? Never mind that. Perhaps this lack of motivation is due to a lack of hibernation. Lack of hibernation? I haven't been sleeping well lately, so I haven't really been able to hibernate. That's awful. What could be causing it? Is it cause you have a lot on your mind? Is it cause the graveyard shifts pays a better hourly wage?
Really?
Is it cause you don't want them to think you're just goofing around? Is it cause you want to stay friends? Is it cause you want to watch it in real time? father? He's gone to hibernation. We should let him be. Yeah, you're right. Night-night. Yeah, I'll just go into 3 hours.
My head! I feel like I'm forgetting someone important to me, but I just can't. My head! My head hurts so much. I just can't remember.
Remains of a once powerful notion.
You've forgotten. Maybe that's for the best.
Right
From
now,
this point
you're
forward,
on the threshold
let's
of
start
an
a new
amazing
life for
adventure.
ourselves.
They're being weird again.
After all, our baby is excited to meet his daddy.
Yep, they're being weird again.
Daddy? Wait, what?
You're supposed to be siblings! Ugh.
What a colossal death flag. I'll be surprised if he doesn't die after that.
More importantly, let's continue the conversation.
Plot
where we
twist is
left off.
Monopoly who dies.
We understand Mew plotted the murder, but we need to find out who killed her.
And in order to figure that out, we need to understand Mew's actions. So let's discuss her murder scheme step by step.
Are we gonna go through the picture game?
I know that's important, but hearing you lead the conversation really pisses me off.
Let's see. Mew manipulated the virtual world to use it as part of her murder plan.
Don't just ignore me and start anyway.
If she had succeeded, she would have gone past the wall between the chapel and mansion. And then wham! Murdered me on the roof with the hammer.
She would make the murder seem like it happened in the real world, and then pin it on Kaito.
As for Mew's alibi in the real world, she could say she was locked into the virtual world. And in the virtual world, she could say she was near the chapel the entire time.
She'd make an excuse about how she couldn't reach the mansion because of the fallen bridge.
I feel like somehow Suichi will still figure it out. Whoops, my hand slipped.
She dropped the bridge on purpose so she could separate the chapel from the mansion. Then secretly passed through the wall she installed and took advantage of the loop. After, she headed to where we were supposed to meet up, the mansion's rooftop. Oh yeah, Kaito was probably logged out around that time too.
That's when I saw Mew.
Then we heard the crash, right?
Problem is, because of her murder plans, we don't even know where she was killed.
She was killed on the roof, right? Kokichi told us the roof door was locked and that he couldn't get through.
So the loud sound
That when culprit killed her.
was either she dropped the hammer or she fell. But she did. If she fell, she would have died from falling. So
That's probably what happened. The culprit killed her on the locked roof.
Did the culprit lock the door to the roof?
Perhaps. I don't think Mew did it. If Mew did lock it, she would have done it when she called Kokichi to the roof. Even if someone came up, I don't believe she would change the target of her plan.
like
She knew
Korekiyo
Kokichi
did.
would come up later.
But Korekiyo still killed someone in the end.
Suspicious.
Well, it's possible she didn't even think that far ahead.
She was smart, but she was also really, really dumb.
No say such mean things. Killing game bad, not Mew. Mew not bad person. Grown to think we could have been friends if things different.
Weren't you guys already friends?
That might have been difficult, even without this killing game.
that wouldn't happen.
Nuh-uh. No way, Jose. Huh?
Anyway, let's continue the discussion. If Mew was killed on the
See, they
roof of the
keep-
mansion, the culprit must have moved Mew's avatar to the chapel after killing her, right?
Yeah, but only Mio could pass through the...
So the next thing we should talk about is how they moved her avatar.
Now we know the mansion and chapel were actually next to each other.
Was she just thrown?
But the problem is the wall between them.
Only Mew was able to go through that wall. The culprit wouldn't have been able to.
Maybe, yeah, maybe the culprit threw her.
Then you're saying the culprit sent Mew's avatar through that wall?
Yeah, probably threw.
Yeah, that's the only way, right?
But how did the culprit send Mew's avatar through the wall?
Wait. If I remember correctly, the roof had a snow slide. So, instead of throwing... Okay, it's either throwing them from the roof, or they used the snow slide. If I remember correctly, if there was a snow slide. So I remember there was a snow slide. Wait, does any of the clues show us... Does any of the clues show us what the roof looks like? So I want to confirm if... That one had a slide, but I don't think that's the roof that we're talking about. I started. I don't think we do. Oh, yeah, the chapel has one, but I don't think it's a chapel. We'll find out later, they'll explain it. But my guess is they threw her because I don't remember what the roof looks like.
I mean, it's not like they could have thrown her.
Oh, never mind. The game just flat out says it.
Don't not throw her!
We know. You couldn't because the avatar's physical strength was equalized.
So they're outright saying it wasn't thrown. Then how?
Physical strength equalized? That problem. Gonta no can protect everyone if that happens.
I'm pretty sure you said that the last time we played.
Jeez, keep up with us. We're already in the second half of the class trial.
How did they send Mew's avatar to the other side of the wall? Maybe that thing has something to do with it. You know, the loud sound you heard?
Hello, Firewall. How are ya? I'm not gonna finish a trial this stream. I'm just gonna go the regular 3 hours. Also, there's some latency, so I'll see some of the messages late because tech stuff. I mean, I could do this. I'm tired because I did stuff today, but I had enough energy to do more than just a half-hour stream. So I could at least go for 3 hours, but I don't think I could do 4 hours. So I apologize. I don't think I'm gonna finish the trial today. But I'll try to get as far as I can. What? What was that sound?
Because of that sound, you guys went to the side of the chapel. Right, Keyboy? That's when you found the dead Mew there, right? If so, then I think that sound and her avatar being by the chapel are related.
I hope you feel better. If I can help, let me know. Like, I'm an entertainer, so I feel like I'm not sure if I'm actually helping. Like, to me, an entertainer is someone who can help people by entertaining them, momentarily making them forget pain like a band-aid, but we're not a permanent solution. We're just here to numb the pain until you could get you know, you could heal by yourself or get true help. So I'll still try my best. Yes, there's no doubt in my mind that's noise is related to this case. We need to figure out what that sound could have been. It might be a clue. We need to solve this case. So what was it? It sounded like something slamming hard onto something else. So what were those two things could be? It can't be the hammer, right? It could be a lattice. It's probably Miu, right? Because the hammer's too small, the phone's too light. Crap! Just pick Miu. 3 seconds. Oh, I got lucky.
I think the sound came from Miu's avatar hitting the chapel wall. The hammer, cell phone, and lattice were there, but they were too small to make that noise.
Not yet, but we know Miu tried to kill what's his face? Kokichi, and tried to frame it on Kaito.
Ruling those out, the only other explanation is that the sound was Miu colliding with a wall.
Where did the lattice come from? Yeah, because the hammer's too far, and like I said, too small to make an impact. The phone's too light. The lattice was a good option, but I was divided between lattice and Miu, but I decided it's probably Miu. Because we already decided with that first clue, the clue before this, that Miu's body was moved somehow. I suggested it was thrown, but they said Miu couldn't have been thrown because everyone's strength was equalized.
If that's the case, Miu's
Then,
avatar must have hit the chapel.
if I remember correctly, then I talk about how there's a possibility, if I remember correctly, that there's a snow slide, but I don't remember what the roof looks like. Because I haven't played this game in 2 weeks.
We felt the impact all the way from the inside of the chapel.
Yeah, that's the real question. Miu's avatar probably hit the chapel's wall with pretty considerable force. But why did it hit the wall with such force? Can you guys figure it out?
Why do you feel like nowhere to explore?
Hold on, Kokichi. What's up with the way you're talking? Why are you talking like you know everything?
Let's not worry about that right now. More importantly, we gotta solve the mystery. Fighting among friends is a waste of time.
Friends? Us?
Anyway, can we talk about that after we figure this problem out?
A way of transporting Miu's avatar that would cause it to crash into the chapel.
Getting Miu's avatar to crash into the chapel from the mansion's roof. There's only one way I could think of how to do that.
Hey Shuichi, as your partner, I'll give you a little hint.
Your what?
Since the mansion
Oh,
was
it
on top of
is!
the hill, the roof was pretty high up.
So it's
right?
the body was pushed through here, and then it slid off. So yeah, I was remembering correctly.
Past the brick handrail, the roof was at a pretty steep slope,
Okay.
and the slope faced the chapel wall. On top of that, there was snow on the roof.
So it's slippery, right?
If the culprit needed force to move the body,
But
I wonder how they did it.
I don't think. Yeah, snow is slippery, but depending on her weight, she could have sank through the snow. And how come there was no snow marks? Kokichi is talking as if he's got the whole thing figured out already. But I can't let him distract me. I need to solve the case. How to make Miyu hit the chapel wall from the roof of the mansion. I'm going to find the answer. Yeah, it's slid. Then this was an I, right? And I need a D. Off. So O and 2 Fs. And I need an R. Oh, Monokuma. I need one more O. F. Lid off roof. There was no the, so...
The culprit used the sloped roof as a slide for Mew's avatar. Slide?
Aw, man. Even with the slope and the snow, Mew's body wouldn't have slid.
Wrong. It would slide.
But the avatars can generate friction. We wouldn't have been able to walk otherwise.
Oh, that's true. We walked easily around the snow. Yeah, I'm doing the art stream tomorrow.
No, it would slide.
Like, for example, but as you know, the art stream will probably only last like an hour and a half to 2 hours, because I don't think I could draw for 3 hours. Maybe if I get better in the future.
It wouldn't slide, just like Maki Roll said.
Wait, oh, Maki said it won't roll, but it have a point. We won't have been able to walk.
It would slide, just like Shumai said.
Who the hell is Shuma?
Shoot.
Oh, he's a pupil of Ramen Man. Sorry, my hobby slipped in.
I'm positive that's how. Oh, wait. Also, Viral, since you weren't here earlier, I've been going through the truth bullets a lot more because I haven't played the game in 2 weeks, so the lattice probably acted as a sled. Because it landed with Mio. And didn't we say the lattice was from the bathroom, if I remember correctly? So someone would have gotten it from the bathroom and used it as a sled for Mio. Okay. Maybe a cold. Yeah, there. Big brain time. Hopefully lattice is one of the truth bullets. Yeah, it is. It's the last one.
Your avatar slid off the roof. Would it slide off that quickly?
Well, duh, it would.
If it made that much noise, it must have built up a lot of speed.
Lots of snow piled up on roof. Not frozen solid, right?
It'd still slide, though.
In the real world, it might be difficult. But in the virtual world, perhaps not.
That's not the issue. Sliding down snow is easy to do. You just need a sled or skis to cut the friction.
There was nothing like.
Yeah, that's what I need to shoot. There was a lattice. Lattice?
No, wait. There was something that could have been used to help slide Mew's body. Do you remember the lattice that was found by Mew's avatar? The culprit laid her on top of that, then used it as a sled on the roof. I did notice the
That's
lattice
alright,
and
I
sled
caught.
joint when I first looked.
I've heard some people who could draw for longer, but because I'm still a rookie, I don't think I can do it. Oh no, it wasn't in the bathroom. I thought it was from the bathroom.
I saw that it was gone.
But it was in the thing. The shed, the tool shed in the... by the roof.
The lattice that was found next to the chapel is the one that disappeared from the roof? Then that's it. The culprit used the lattice as a sled.
Ding, ding, ding! That's correct! After the culprit killed Mew on the rooftop, they placed her corpse on a sled and slid her down the roof's steep slope.
The sled picked up
But I haven't drawn in a long time, so I'm probably gonna draw a bunch of warm-ups. So it's probably gonna be 2 hours.
glided through the wall only objects could pass through, and hit the chapel.
If this was Family Guy, that would be the Family Guy death pose.
The impact made all of her belongings scattered, including the hammer and cell phone.
Just like that hedgehog who loses all his rings whenever he crashes into stuff.
Sonic.
I hate that guy and his worldwide...
Oh, so this is what you were talking about, Firewall. It's ironic that it's today's the day I normally play Sonic, but I finished Sonic, so...
Mommy, I'm glad you're feeling motivated again, but you shouldn't be so hateful.
I'm gonna call you Mono Egg.
Yeah, that'd be an example to our new family.
Yeah, Father. Or should I start calling you Grandfather now?
This is disgusting.
Now that we know how the body slid down, we're just one step away from the culprit. Well, Shuichi, do you know who the culprit is?
The culprit.
Yeah. In the end, we'll still need to guess the culprit, huh?
But Gonta can't believe one of us killed Mew.
However, since we know she was killed on the roof, we can narrow down the list of suspects. Meaning, the culprit must be someone who was investigating the mansion. Aside from you, the people at the chapel could not go through the wall or cross the river.
Knowing 3D shapes like cubes and pyramids. Yeah, I'll try that, yeah. I'll also do simple shapes like triangles and circles.
Suspects are Kaito, Tsumugi, Shuichi, and Gonta.
You forgot yourself.
That's real sneaky, leaving yourself off the list.
Oh, you got me.
That's right. 5 suspects. Me, Tsumugi, Gonta, Kokichi, and Kaito. We don't know enough to name the culprit yet, but one of them is suspicious. When we were talking about the rooftop, they clearly lied. But what reason would they have to lie? We need to press them for information before making any judgment. So we need to choose the liar. It's obvious who the liar is. He's always lying. So it's not even a hard question.
It's you! Kokichi, there's something I need to know.
What do you need to know?
Why did you lie just now?
Which lie are you talking about, Shuichi? I lie a lot, so you'll need to jog my memory.
I'll also probably do like what I did last time and just write A, B, C, D, E, F,
I'll
G.
expose your lie right now.
Also, I never went to the roof, not even for the meeting. It all began when Mia showed us the map. That's probably what happened. The culprit killed her on the locked roof.
It was that testimony that bothered me.
Let's see if I get lucky again. I always start here. I could either go for this one or this one. I mean, this one's the most clear, so I'm gonna risk it. I mean, I have a lot of health, so I could easily risk it. Okay. I mean, it's the one that with the most clear. I always start on the left because most of the time the answers are on the left.
The door to the roof was locked. You said.
Wonder if any of them are. Maybe. I mean, animal mascots. It's funny though. Bears. I don't think in the wild bears and hedgehogs would even bother to interact with each other. I mean, bears can practically eat anything, but I don't know about a hedgehog. I forgot to read that, but it's just repeating. Yeah, how did you know the roof had a slope? I mean, didn't we all go to the roof earlier? Past the brick handrail. The roof was a pretty steep slope. And the slope facing the chapel wall on top of that, there was snow on the roof.
That's a lot of specific information. Stuff you wouldn't know if you hadn't been there.
Oh yeah! Now that you mention it, how did you know all that stuff?
You could probably see the steep slope of the roof from outside the mansion. But you wouldn't know about the brick handrail unless you went up to the roof yourself.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Huh? What?
What's this all about, Kokichi? Did you actually go to the rooftop?
I didn't. I already told you that before.
Oh, why? We'll see why, but like I said, I don't think I'm finishing the trial this stream.
Why you look so nervous?
I could only go 3 hours today. I can't go 4.
But there's no evidence that proves I went to the roof. Wait, I remember now. That thing Himiko said.
What did she say?
At the start of the class trial, I remember you saying the handrail was made of bricks. Ooh, you so clumsy, girl. Gotta be more careful there, Himiko.
He's lying. He's always lying.
Himiko really say that?
She totally said that.
No, she didn't.
Yes, she did.
She did not.
She did too.
me how long ago. In hours, minutes, and seconds.
What a worthless fight! Stop it, Grandpa! All this terrible fighting is bad for the baby!
Just shut up.
Yeah, grandfather. Stop them before your grandkid is born.
I'm not gonna apologize, because Himiko said it.
So damn stubborn.
How much longer are you going to behave like this?
You don't have time for this. Like, Kokichi is stubborn. He won't fess up no matter what. But if he's being stubborn, it makes you think he has something to hide. To get him to show his hand, I have to prove he was on the roof. I might not like it, but I have to be aggressive. Are you trying to tell me? Do we have to lie? I actually forgot how to... I hold the Y button, right? To lie. If I don't get the whole truth now, everyone's lives are in danger. Because the game likes to give hints, like, oh, I need to be aggressive. That's obviously I need to lie, or I could just use a truth bullet. I don't know. We'll listen.
I didn't go to the roof. I've had enough of your lies, man.
I'm not lying. The rooftop door was locked and I couldn't open it.
So what did Kokichi do?
I turned back at once, of course. And stayed in the salon the whole time, you know?
Wires burn in hell, you know?
You're lying! I'll set your pants on fire!
Kokichi in the salon.
That's fine, because I'm not lying.
Then why do you look so nervous?
I've never tried hitting the V spot. What's that? Kokichi is lying for sure, but yep, I have to lie. I have to fight fire with fire. And because Kokichi mentioned the salon, I have a feeling I have to turn the salon bullet into a lie. But I always get the wrong timing with lie bullets.
I didn't go to the roof. I've had enough of your lies, man.
I'm not lying. The rooftop door was
Oops.
locked and I couldn't open it.
So what did Kokichi do?
I turned back once, of course. And stayed in the salon the whole time, you know?
I will reveal the truth.
Okay. Luckily the game gave me enough hints, or else I would have never guessed that
You're
out.
lying right now, aren't you?
Huh? Lying about what?
Just before the murder occurred, I went to the salon to check on you. But you weren't there.
What? Really?
I waited there for a while. You never showed up.
What's this all about, Kokichi? Didn't you go right back to the salon after finding the roof door locked?
You use underhanded tactics too, huh, Shuichi? So who are you guys gonna
What's the
be?
point of
Shuichi or me?
What's the point of lie bullets if people could just see through them? I realize this in every trial. Every time I use a lie bullet, the person we're trying to accuse sees through them.
Well, of course I'm gonna believe Shuichi.
I believe Shuichi 100%.
When you target an argument with a truth bullet, the V spot appears. It's a little square in the corner, and if you shoot it, you get extra money. I've never noticed that.
The one who Please not Kokichi.
100 house points. No, Himiko points to Shuichi.
But to go to the salon, Shuichi would need to pass by me in the dining room. I wonder why I didn't notice Shuichi there. Oh well, I'll believe Shuichi anyway. He's usually right about stuff.
Sorry, but I'm going to believe Shuichi too.
I see. I wanted at least Gonta to believe me.
What comes around goes around. That's what happens to liars like you.
Why do you guys hate lies that much? There's only one truth, but endless possibilities for lies, you know? And some of them are only white lies, or lies to be kind to people. If you deny all of that just because it's a lie, then that means you guys are just terrible at being lied to. Seriously, the worst!
Just spit it out already. You went to the roof, didn't you?
Isn't that where he met up with Miu?
No, he didn't just meet her there. He probably...
Okay, fine.
Whoops.
Revenge?
Okay, fine. I'll tell you if you want to know that badly. Consider this my revenge. You got some balls lying to me. I'm gonna take away your fun for pissing me off, Shuichi. I won't let you do any detective work, or deduction, or mystery solving, or anything.
Oh?
So, I'll confess everything. You guys better listen carefully.
Confess? A confession? So you are the culprit after all.
Don't be dumb, it's never the first person
I came
you
up with a
suspect
plan
is
after
Danganronpa.
Miu asked me to meet up with her. She asked me pretty eagerly, too. So I decided to pry some info out of her.
How can he... The thing is, how can he kill Miu? The truth... I read the truth bullets 6 times already, or maybe more. And apparently, Kokichi's avatar has a special function that if Miu touches him, he freezes. So...
She gave me the rundown of the virtual world before she explained it to you guys. As I listened, I realized she was planning a murder. On me, no less.
I mean, it's either she touches him or he touches... I think it's a two-way thing. Wait, let me double check. This is what happens if you don't play the game for 2 weeks. Yeah, if Mia touched him. Never mind, it's not a two-way thing.
When I investigated the virtual world, I found out that a person can die from shock. Without a doubt, she planned to use that for my murder. So that's when I decided to prepare my own crime with her plan. I pretended to cooperate with her and lured everyone into the virtual world. That's also why I worked together with Monokuma.
You worked together with Monokuma?
I guess the jig is up. Yeah, everything he said is true. Kokichi came to me with an idea to make the killing game more interesting. It was such a good idea, I decided to place a motive in the killing game simulator.
You added a motive? And the secret of the outside world is the motive, right?
No fair! Monokuma can't take sides?
I mean, if it makes the game interesting, he'll take sides.
I didn't help him with anything, and I had nothing to do with the murder itself.
If I couldn't... The hungus of the dung. If, because lying is not just an... I would have probably went on a break, get a new computer, and try get my files back from Steam. And ask my IT bro, because apparently my files still existed in my computer somewhere. I could have asked my brother to No, I have a OneDrive. If I logged into my OneDrive in a new computer, if it's a Windows computer, I could get some of my old files back. But the thing is, that would mean I would have had to go on at least a month break. But luckily my brother managed to fix the computer. So instead of a month break, I just took like 3 extra days break. And then my internet dropped on my day back. So that stream was only 40 minutes.
He merely suggested a way to spice up the killing game, and I accepted. Kokichi and I had a quid pro quo relationship. Technically, that doesn't violate the rules.
Bullshit! No matter how you look at it, you guys are working together.
I'll explain my relationship with Monokuma, so let me finish my confession.
I'm fine with that, but you're confessing without much of a fight.
I told you. I'm gonna get in the way by taking away the mystery-solving fun.
Knowing Danganronpa, that's not gonna work.
If I can't win this game, then I'll make it boring for everyone. That's my revenge. Well then, the culprit is Gonta.
Huh? Are you lying, or...?
What? Huh? What did you... Wait! When did Gonta kill Mew?
That's a lie! He didn't kill her! Kokichi's just lying!
Now you're trying to pin things on Gonta? Do you really expect us to believe such an obvious lie?
It feels like a lie, but... We'll keep playing. There's literally 10 minutes in the stream.
Gonta could commit a murder this complicated. He's not
It's my turn now.
This wasn't... I was asking in order to help you figure out. Wait, game related? I'm confused.
The truth is, Gonta and I worked together. We formed a duo to end this killing game. As the Killing Game Busters!
What busters?
We must win this killing game in order to end this killing game.
Is that why?
I mean we.
Is that why you? Is that why he asked if there was tied for first place?
By the way, I came up with a murder plan, and Gonta carried it out.
What? Why are you more surprised by that than the first thing he said? Cause Gonta have no idea what he's talking about.
Alright, the game.
Come on, quit lying and tell us the truth.
Gonta is telling the truth! He's not someone who lies all the time like you!
And no matter how naive Gonta may be, I doubt he would ever team up with Kokichi.
What did it answer for you? I'm confused.
Yeah, not after insect meet and greet incident. It's obvious what he's trying to do. Gonta doesn't understand the virtual world, so Kokichi's trying to trick him. He's trying to sacrifice Gonta to escape from his crime.
You're a terrible person! How dare you use Gonta like that?
You're right. I'm sorry. I did something horrible to Gonta. I didn't want Shuichi to hog all the glory, so I told everyone the truth.
Cut that out. I told you it's not gonna work.
Don't you think I could have pulled the strings and made Gonta carry out my commands?
Doesn't matter if it's possible or not, because I say it's just impossible.
When you can't fix something by yourself, you ask for help, which is what Kokichi did. Huh. He acts like a mastermind, but I doubt he's the mastermind because that would be too obvious.
It does matter. There's no need to bring emotions into class trials.
I realize, not counting Ultra Despair Girls, the antagonists, like not the villain, the main villain themselves, the antagonists, um, Byakuya, Nagito, and Kokichi gets worse every time. Like Byakuya, yeah, he wanted to make the killing game interesting, but he still wanted to escape as well. And he ended up befriending everyone. Meanwhile, Nagito kept getting in the way of people, but he still wanted to save people. Meanwhile, Kokichi is he just wants to have fun.
All we need is logical thinking. Right, Shuichi?
What? Going to not understand what's going on, but still. Going to not kill Mew. Going to really not know anything. And also, going to not tell lies. And going to not make trouble for others. Cause that's not how gentlemen act. That why Gonta not culprit.
Yeah, Gonta's not lying. I can tell just by looking at him.
I already used my magic to check. Gonta's definitely not lying.
Then let me ask you guys. If it's not Gonta, then who's the culprit?
You, of course!
Come on! There's already proof that I couldn't have killed Mew.
There's already proof?
Oh, did you forget already? Then let me make it clear again. Why I can't be the culprit!
Okay, let's hear.
Didn't I prove that to you guys already? The clue is how Mew was killed.
She was strangled.
Right?
Toilet paper was the murder weapon.
Mew would have totally resisted if she was being strangled, right? Then it would have been impossible for someone as weak as
Oh, because she can't touch you.
Talking about the strength of your virtual avatar? That wouldn't matter if you strangled
Wait.
her from behind.
In which case, even if she did resist, the most she could have done is merely touch the culprit.
Yeah, touch the culprit. She can't.
Exactly. She couldn't struggle much. So you could have...
Because the setting says she can't touch. He can't touch it. So you can't strangle her. Because if he strangled her, she would have touched him.
Actually, maybe it wasn't possible for Kokichi to strangle Mew.
Why wasn't it possible?
Mew modified my avatar, so if she attacked me, I wouldn't be able to resist. If Mew touched me, then I'd be unable to move.
Huh?
So I would have had to kill her instantly, such as stabbing or hitting. I couldn't have murdered her by strangulation, because it'd be game over if she touched me.
Well, if you were using the toilet paper, you wouldn't need to touch her directly.
There's 4 minutes left. I hope the next minigame is quick. Nagito only did it because the despair of being forced into a class trial would create hope among the students. That's why he wanted to be the first killer until Teruteru saw him. So he was hope obsessed. Meanwhile, Kokichi's reason is just to have fun. So the antagonist gets worse as the game numbers got higher. Because Byakuya still ended up being a bro in the end. Well, Tsundere. But yeah.
But if you can't be touched while you're wrapping the toilet paper around her neck, then it would be impossible.
Which means, as long as she died from strangulation, it couldn't have been me.
Wait, what if it was something besides strangulation then? Like...
There's no doubt Mew was strangled. We already discussed this.
Oh crap, I think I know where this is going.
Kaido is really desperate to make me the culprit.
was the best since he would. Yeah. Then, like I said, he gets better in the end.
No matter how much you whine about it, you can't change the truth.
He goes from asshole to tsundere.
The culprit who killed Mew is Gonta Gokuhara! This is the...
Whoops.
The culprit who killed Mew is Gonta Gokuhara!
To not kill Mew! It's true! You gotta believe Gonta! Gonta would never hurt anyone!
I believe you. You've been risking yourself to protect everyone. There's no way Gonta would kill. He won't even kill bugs.
I believe Gonta too. I'm not gonna listen to Kokichi's lies.
Of course! Who'd believe a liar like him? He's lying about Gonta being the culprit,
I might
so
need...
there's no point talking about it.
If this is what I think it is, I might need to go a little overtime to complete this minigame. Unless it reaches time before the minigame starts. If we want the truth, we might have to ask uncomfortable questions.
Right, Shuichi? You think so too, don't you?
Huh? I know how important it is to believe, but as the ultimate detective...
He's a lot more emotional than Kyoko.
I know we can't solve this case with belief alone. Huh? It's just that something doesn't add up. I have this feeling something's off. We can't keep going back and forth like this. We need to discuss this.
What, you wanna suspect Gonta?
Okay. Now it's 3 hours. So, I'll save here. And luckily the minigame didn't start. Hopefully I can save. I can save, right? Okay. So, I hope you guys had fun. Sorry if I couldn't go. Yeah, sorry I couldn't go for 4 hours like I do with Trials, but I did a lot of things today. Even though I'm not fully tired, like if I was really tired I could only do half streams, but Danganronpa can't be a half stream when it's Trials. At least we got over halfway point. So I can only do 3 hours, so I apologize for that. But tomorrow's the art stream. And I'm looking forward to it because I really need to brush up on my drawings. So yeah, I hope you guys had fun. Enjoy the rest